much talked about, anticipated, and embroidered in controversy piece of work starring Bobby Deol in the lead role was the MX Player web series Aashram. The series, directed by Prakash Jha and written by Habib Faisal, is set in the cities of Ayodhya, Faizabad, and Gonda in the states of Uttar Pradesh and focuses on the increasing influence and power of Baba Nirala, played by Bobby Deol, a revered, self-proclaimed godman that with his multiple charities and benevolence has become extremely popular with the masses. While his stature and fan following provides a purpose of living for some, especially common and naive folk, others, which include politicians and the police force, are cautious of his rising popularity. While an old case resurfaces of a body being found of a missing girl, several factions work in regards to safeguarding their interests and leveraging their personal agenda at the time of chaos. This leads to several secrets of political parties, businessmen, the police force, and especially the ashram and the revered godman come in the forefront. The Prakash Jha web series, through its characters, sheds light on several contentious issues like corruption, social evils in society, the regressive caste system, the hollow nature of marketing, and blind faith in society and its ramifications. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects in no particular order so that you guys can ultimately decide whether this web series is worth your time or not. Length and stretch narrative. It's important to note that the series is close to 8 hours in length and 9 episodes long. Each episode in its duration ranges from 45 to 53 minutes. This often leads to the screenplay spending more time in setting up the world in which the web series is based in, which in moments you will find justified in order to develop empathy for the characters, but often through several sequences provides a sense of lethargy in storytelling. The stretch narrative is also not just because of the time placed in setup, but the series forces you to be a spectator of various rituals and sermons. While these sequences provide context to the way the ashram functions, because you know the nature of the characters and their real intentions, a lot of the celebrations and processes of the ashram take the space of majority of the episodes. Furthermore, there are many subplots of romantic storylines and love-making during crisis situations that don't lend in progressing the storyline. The series is a crime thriller essentially, and it often takes time to get into the thick of things, which might lead to a case of impatient viewing for audiences. If the editing was a little more ruthless, the impact in storytelling, according to me, would have been far greater. The grand scale and production. What struck me the most about this web series is the grand scale in which it is presented. When you look at each frame of the web series, you will realize the monumental investment that may have been made to produce this series. It is undeniable that the series is visually spectacular. Each frame possesses such vibrant colors and attractive costumes that you can't help but appreciate the thought and efforts gone in making sure each frame sets the tone. The cinematography by Chandan Kohli needs to be appreciated for capturing the essence of the series. There are several frames where there are hundreds of extras, often in those sequences existing many moving elements, and the production management precisely for this deserves all the praise. Visual effects and dubbing. What you will definitely notice in the web series is there are so many extras and sequences, especially based in the ashram as well as the political meetings. This often leads to a very generic voiceover for the actors where the extras actually end up sounding like versions of the same person, who has been instructed to do the dubbing of every nameless character in the series. These supporting characters have random one-lines and scenes, but these voices often don't match to exactly what and the timing in which they are saying it. While the series is beautifully lit, often providing such a high-definition viewing experience that you can notice each blemish in a scene, the visual effects, especially of the combat sequences, stick out like a sore thumb. When huge crowds are bashing individuals, you can clearly notice the extras punching the air. There is one sequence especially that stands out of an assassination leading to bloodshed that is unintentionally funny for its embarrassing blood splattering and off-note gun sound. The talented cast. It is without a doubt that the series possesses a huge ensemble cast that are extremely talented. Aditi Pohankar, who you might remember from the Netflix series She, performs exceptionally well in the series. Being a Maharashtrian and executing the role of Pammi, a wrestler from UP, with such ease is the clear example of the talent she possesses. Among the supporting acts that lend great support include Anupriya Goenka, who by the way seems to be in every web series possible as a doctor specializing in autopsies, Tushar Pandey as the naive and gullible Sati, often swayed by anyone of influence, Rajiv Siddharth as Aki, a journalist seeking for truth in a state marred by corruption, Adhyan Suman in a hilarious cameo as Tinka, channeling his inner Tommy Singh really well, and Vikram Kochar as Sadhu. the loyal comrade to Darshan Kumar's character Ujagar Singh. Trida Chaudhary, one of my favorites now since Bandish Bandits, even in her brief appearance is spectacular in the series. The actor possesses such confidence in front of camera, she is a performer that is one for the future. While Bobby Deol definitely imbibes himself in the demeanor and body language of the suspicious godman, he isn't technically the star of the series. It is Darshan Kumar as the cop conflicted by corrupt superiors and the need to seek for justice, and especially Chandan Roy Sanyal as Bhopa, the sharp, ruthless and cunning individual who are the strength of this series. Chandan especially being the Ma Anand Sheila to Baba Nirala, doing all the dirty work necessary to dissipate any room for controversy. The payoff. The sad reality of the series is that even after 9 episodes and over 8 hours of time spent in making us fully understand the world, the people and the seedy practices of each faction, the series will not provide closure to the viewers in any way. From the very first frame, we assume that there will be an arc of providing a conclusion to justify the actions of an individual. But the series is set up for you to expect everything in its, as they like to call it, Season 1 Part 2, which will come out later. While I empathized, understood and even got interested, I was left blue-balled as everything is scheduled to come out in part 2 of the series. The reality, philosophy and controversy. Not only the Godman, but the series successfully does shed light on several issues regarding the caste system in our country, still prevalent today where sections of society feel apologetic for their mere existence. Frustrated at their state, wanting change, one character states, "Hum dabte hain, isliye dabaye jate hain." The important point to understand is that the series from the onset puts out a disclaimer that it does not focus on a particular religion at all and actually just presents the sociopathic tendencies of individuals to prey on the blind faith of common folk as if in a cult. There is no specificity regarding virtues of a particular religion, but actually showcases the marketing genius of con men that prey on the weak and vulnerable. This is to shed light on individuals who do so, not to showcase a religion in bad light. What the series successfully has done is what the Fahad Fasil starrer Trance did exceptionally well. Present an image of a man that is gifted and selfless, and people will project their own emptiness by gravitating towards that larger-than-life figure. A character states very aptly in the series, "Log विश्वास करना शुरू करते हैं तो बाढ़ सी आ जाती है." The series, despite its length and dispersed focus, sheds light on several social evils that need our objective attention. While I was dissatisfied with the fact that I did not get closure and have to wait for the main crux to still unfold, the series is definitely worth your time for the sheer scale and important points it conveys about several issues our society still possesses. The series successfully captures the essence of the saying by Thomas Huxley, "Skepticism is the highest duty, and blind faith, the one unpardonable sin." You can watch the series on MX Player. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.